Okay, I got the heads all cleaned up here. Got the valve guides fitted. So here's our go no-go gauge. This is your intake here. Get up where you can see it. And we're just under a ½ inch because I want to go just a tick bit more than my normal clearances. And see the exhaust is a little bit more than 3/8. It's closer to a core, 5/16 or so. So they're both just slightly deeper. So that's what we want to see is a little extra. There's your tattletale, how shitty I did my job. About 1/10 of taper in it. That was like the exhaust. And the exhaust is the same on both sides, so did a better job on that one. There's this exhaust, so you can see how close you are. And this intake is pretty close to what the exhaust is, so it's slightly big. This side here looks good. That one has 1/10 of taper in the other direction. And this exhaust, slightly deeper, so 1/10 of taper that way. So there's all the flaws. Got an extra 1/10 or so of clearance. Whoopee. That's called your tolerance factor. See, I show all the errors. We don't care. Alright, pull that back a little bit. So the end result is, here's your intake valve. Here's your new exhaust valve. So we haven't cut the valves yet, but that's where that's the size difference right now from that to stock. So we'll put the stock valves in this head here so you can see the difference. So you can see the gap right in here. It's about 2/3 of my finger. See the gap in here? There's a little bit under half my finger. So that's what the bigger valve is. Now the problem is when you do that, your TD overlap, which means when this valve and this valve are both open, we have a little clearance issue. So this will not take a very big cam because the valves are not open very far right now. So when we do the valve job, we'll have to check those numbers to make sure we have enough clearance. Otherwise we have a problem. And there's how much clearance we got in our stems. Slightly shaky because I got the full 2 thou clearance in them. So that'll give me for hot rod use, we don't want to make them too tight because the motors run hotter and higher RPM. So we run just a tick looser than a regular motor. So anyway, we're going to do the valve job next, and then we'll finish with the port job. So but for now we're done for the night.